Hello, everyone, and welcome back to What's in a Memory. I will be your host for this afternoon, because I got a little, evil eye for saying evening last time.
Did we traumatize you with our roasting?
No.
You sure?
Slow cook the darkness at 425 for approximately 3 hours.
Yeah.
I will be your host, Heartless. Would my players please introduce themselves?
Hello, it's me, AudioVizual, Toonkind Local Bootleg Sableye, back at it again. Here with a call-out post for Altaria, whose paper-flipping notes is getting picked up by their mic. I'm going to be Vexis Enteur today. And welcome to this slow burn train wreck.
The best train wreck.
I was going to say, does it still count as slow burn? Hello, I am Altaria, your local bootleg Altaria. Here playing Xalbaer, having a time. Don't mind the paper flip. I feel like I missed saying something. We're good.
Hello, I'm Bluejay. I'm going to be playing Dexion, which is a name I can pronounce now. I didn't prepare an intro this time, so I'm just going to move on.
Same, you're good.
Oh fuck, I'm next on the list. Heart already introduced himself. Hello. Greetings, salutations. I am Whirlwind, otherwise known as Whirl. I just woke up, which is very in character, because I am once again playing Marlowe, the narcoleptic flower moth.
That sentence every time.
Alrighty, so last time our group were briefed, quotation marks, on what they would be encountering in the Eclipse Cathedral, handed a chaotic list, a chaotic bunch of notes, and then sent on their way. They took no time in the town, moved directly to the cathedral itself, and began climbing. Along the way, the cathedral may have been messing with them a little bit, as well as discovering the secret passage on floor 3 that Axiom had mentioned in his notes. Upon reaching the 4th floor, the one that had only previously been explored, they went into the room and explored the empty castle level. They found some something very interesting tucked underneath the destroyed machine, and attempted to take it out of the room, in which they found out that it just disintegrates. Unlike the silver locket that they also found inside, which was simply tossed out to no effect. In their continued research, they climbed to the next level and went through Marlowe's door. Walking through the fields of the Spring Court of Evershore. Upon being accosted by some fairy dragons, they cleaned up and took the last one left alive and tried to take it out of the room. It too disintegrated. Now,
I didn't do it with any of the people.
Now, you all are outside of this last room, and the only thing you see is a dark gray carpet leading up a bright white staircase before you. What are you doing?
I did have a question because I didn't know if this got answered last time clearly. As we are coming back into the room that we left, is it still that there are 2 doors in this room, or has the second door option poof?
So, this room is not the room you left. It is
in a hallway now, baby.
It's a hallway which ends in a staircase going upwards. And that's all you see. Behind you is the door back into the Spring Court of Evershore level.
Allegedly.
You haven't tried that yet. But the door is still there.
Can Xalbaer start knocking on walls looking for another secret passage?
Yep, make me an investigation check.
I remember how to do that.
Okay, that's good to know.
Can you do math?
I can. I tried to do the note that it was bear, and I did not do Xalbaer, and it picked a random channel to put in there for me.
Oop.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rip.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, in this room, as you're knocking along the walls, each time... So it's very strange, because the wall along the left side definitely just sounds like stone.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go over to the right side, it sounds hollow. Beyond where you're knocking.
Could I get a reminder how we accessed the secret passageway last time?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
No one remembers. It's the Eclipse Cathedral Kakum's fault.
Krakoom!
We're competent.
I'm sorry, I don't remember how I did it last time.
I think it was like pressing on the wall, wasn't it? Like there was like some kind of thingy-ma-what's-it that we pressed on a wall and it shunk slide open.
Yes, let's say it's that.
It's different for each floor. It's not continuity error at all.
Continuity error. This isn't consistent storytelling. What's that?
Don't worry about it.
You know, guys, the Eclipse Cathedral, Krakoom.
Clacoom.
I mean, in Axiom's notes, the 4th floor he never talks about a staircase upwards from it. But you guys saw a staircase upwards from it.
That's because he didn't go that far. It was his job to explore it, and look what he did.
He's incompetent.
He also did not mention a staircase on the 2nd floor either.
His notes are very incomplete.
Pathetic.
Like on the back of a receipt to the last place he went out.
That's why we are taking notes, because the person who did it before us was stupid.
Absolutely.
Well, you found that the wall sounds hollow. What are you doing, Xalbaer?
Looking for a button to push or something. Assuming something is back there. Preferably something to get us to the next floor without the memory eating. Yeah, looking for some way to get back there.
Okay.
Pushing buttons.
So roll investigation with disadvantage because you didn't find it on your first go. Unless someone wants to help Xalbaer, who seems to be patting the wall now.
Yeah, without telling anyone, he's just patting the walls.
Yeah.
Vexis is just standing there watching this.
That's all.
Are we allowed to talk to each other?
Yes?
No.
You're
No
allowed to
communication.
talk.
Aw. If that was
Sick.
advantage, it would be
That
so
is-
good.
Marlowe is going to
That's
look
so
at
sad.
Xalbaer and ask what the hell he's doing.
I prefer not to use the stairs.
Oh, that's a good point. See what we can do then.
So, as you two are
Dexion, our
talking,
beloved.
Dexion walks over and reaches up and presses a point in the wall, and the wall goes shh, and beyond it is the landing for a staircase.
That'll do it.
Oh, I forgot that you guys are doing accents.
Yep. Hi, welcome back to the shitty, terrible Irish accent.
Okay.
Shall we?
Xalbaer will go through the door to the landing.
Okay. Xalbaer, as you walk through, out of the corner of your eye, you see a let's see, what color is that? Just hold on a sec. I need to pull up my picture.
Ooh.
It's
boy.
almost
Yay.
so hard to see, but it's just the slightest difference between the walls and what you see is this slip of blue fabric disappearing, and the very light sound of hurried footsteps going up the stairs. What are you
Going
doing?
up the stairs. Screw it, going up the stairs.
As a notice, Dexion, you don't hear this or see this. Xalbaer
Okay.
and Marlowe and Vexis, when they come into the room, do.
Interesting.
What's interesting?
It would appear we're not the only ones here who can leave the rooms.
That is interesting.
Xalbaer's going.
Yeah.
Xalbaer's just taking off.
Is Xalbaer running up the stairs?
No, more like a speed walk of if I go too slow, they could get away, but if I go too fast, odds are I'm going to get attacked and ambushed. So,
Okay.
speed walk.
Mm-hmm.
The gay speed walk of non-intimidation.
It's a very funny image with four legs.
4 legs, 7'2". Just the speed walk for him is probably a good jog for anybody shorter. But still,
Feet of movement.
yeah,
Yeah.
45.
45.
Yep.
So,
Yum.
just a question. Is everyone following Xalbaer up the stairs?
You know what?
I can guess so.
Sure.
Vexis will bite. He has no idea what Xalbaer is on, but he's on something.
Excuse me, do you mind waiting for us?
Are you okay? Dexion, make a persuasion check.
Oh, he was just kind of saying that sarcastically, but okay.
Well, do it at disadvantage because you're being sarcastic. Then.
Dirty 21 and a 5.
So now everyone hears this is quick footsteps running up the stairs. Thump, 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 thump. As someone is clearly fleeing now.
Oh, goodness, now you've gone
Oh,
and
I was talking to Bear, not the other person.
Oh, but they
Whoops.
heard you.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. It progresses the plot.
Bear's going to speed up.
All right.
Making his way downtown, walking fast.
Walking faster.
Yo.
So,
You're terrible at not being intimidating.
Fine, it's my whole thing.
Xalbaer, you reach another landing. There seems to be another door, but the footsteps which are running are going up further.
Xalbaer will continue up after the footsteps.
Okay.
Wait, is it the sus kind of staircase, or is it a normal kind of staircase?
How suspicious is your staircase?
Yeah, is this like a good staircase or a memory-eating staircase?
Insight check the staircase.
Okay.
Cool, I have proficiency in that.
I don't.
Insight check your staircase.
Oh yeah, we're off to a great start.
Thank you, fucking...
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
Dexion and Vexis, you both are very sus of the staircase. You're not sure if you should really be actually running up these. You're not sure what might happen, considering the last few staircases you guys had taken seemed to do something.
Okay, what is...
Xalbaer's going first.
Yeah.
Wait, what's this do for me?
That's just that didn't add.
You
that was
rolled
just
a
addition.
19, right?
Yeah.
No, it
No, I have clicky clackies at home, so I was having the dice parser do the math for me.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Alright, so, you insight check the staircase, and you realize that this staircase is not meant for you. And that the creaking, that on the edge of your hearing, you hear a certain kind of creaking and groaning noise, and originally you would have just wrote that off as, like, the cathedral itself settling around you. But now you're not quite so sure.
Cathedral is made of pecking rocks. Am I close enough to catch the two ding-dongs who are going to start running up the stairs and pull them back?
You're close enough to do that to Vex and, Dexion, but Xalbaer is leagues ahead of you. There's actually no way you're going to be able to catch up with him.
he's gone.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Xalbaer, just to deal with that, Xalbaer, as you run up the stairs, you see this figure. Let me pull up the picture.
Boy.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Hey.
Oh.
We have a friend.
Of course.
And this person is literally flying up the stairs trying to get away from you. What are you doing?
How far ahead of me are they?
You could catch up with them next turn. In one movement, without even dashing. Basically.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Answers, man. That's the whole point. Somebody here might have answers. So yeah.
So you catch up with them. What do? Do you try to pick them up? Because they are shorter than you. Actually, yes, they are shorter than you. They are incredibly tall, though. For what appears to be a human? Question mark?
Human but feathers.
Pick them up and sit them
feathers.
side saddle.
I mean, I was just I don't have a picture. Yeah, just yeah, I will pick them up when I get to them to stop.
Make a grapple check.
Yep.
Grab the child.
Is that strength?
That would be a strength or athletics.
We're gonna do athletics. Okay.
So this person goes eep and attempts to get out of your grip by jumping to the side, but you account for that and you move over and you just kind of just grip them up and lift them up the floor, and their feet are just spiraling underneath them, and they go, let me go.
Calm down. I mean no harm. I just want answers.
They are not calming down. Now, returning to the three who are further down the stairs, you definitely hear this.
Okay, well, these stairs do not seem structurally sound.
What on earth is going on up there?
It seems our way out of our way compatriot has caught someone. Fellow interloper.
I thought he just met an old friend. Do we have any way to, check if the stairs are structurally sound?
Oh no, the stairs are structurally sound.
I mean, we could walk on them.
Especially considering Xalbaer kind of just thundered up them.
Yeah.
If they didn't break under Xalbaer's weight, they can hold yours. It's
Xalbaer's giant furry ass.
It's just that, Marlowe, you're just getting that the Eclipse Cathedral does not want you in this staircase sort of deal.
I'm going to convey that to the rest of us, just well, the cathedral doesn't seem to want us here, but then again, I don't think that's going to stop either of you, and I'm just kind of stuck going along with the rest of the group, so I suppose we're just going to end up going, aren't we?
Exactly.
I mean, quite indubitably.
Yeah. Section's gonna look at Vexis and then just kind of start going up the stairs.
I mean, yeah, Vexis is gonna go along. He is, however, going to look back at Marlowe, and his tail swishes and he's like, it's quite interesting. You said the cathedral does not want us here.
Crack home.
That has quite interesting implications, does it not?
It doesn't quite seem interested in having us here. I don't think this stairway was meant for us. Anyway, onward and upward.
Vexis is, he's gonna go and follow up.
Okay.
After Dexion.
Mm-hmm. So, you all pass another landing with a door, like the one you just came through, and halfway up the next staircase is Xalbaer holding a struggling person who's about 6'2", somewhere around there.
Oh my
They're
god!
very tall.
Very tall.
Very tall person. And they are constantly struggling, but from how thin they look, it's pretty clear that they're not strong enough to break out of Xalbaer's hold. Especially not with
look at
that
Xalbaer.
one.
Oh, bless your cotton socks. Oh, goodness.
That was their athletics, by the way.
Can I roll insight on them?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, check it.
Xalbaer's just legitimately, I mean no harm, please. please, just stop.
Okay.
Willy
so
Wonka, stop. No.
Yeah.
the dice apparently like me today. Also, thank you, Right of the
Oh
Cherry
my
Blossoms.
God.
That's a 30.
Oh my god.
You know, it always seems that I always get someone who's very good at insight in one of my Eclipse Cathedral games.
Wow.
Thank you, Right of the Cherry Blossoms.
Vexis, you look at this person. I'm going to start with Vexis. Vexis, you look at this person, and you're not really certain of what they're about besides wanting to get away from Xalbaer.
They are a real kind, though, right?
Yes, they are a real kind. You don't roll me history to see how many of this kind of person have you encountered in the past. All right. You've heard of Azamars before?
I mean, there is another Azamar that there's a chance you would have heard about.
Mm-hmm.
You've run into 15 Azamars before.
No, you haven't actually run or spoken to one before, but you've heard of things like, for example, bronze appendages, glow coming from the eyes, the mouth, feathers coming off of their skin. This is an Azamar, and you're pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, Marlowe, this person is terrified.
Oh no!
And they just, they were very clearly, sneaking and peeking in on your, little band. But right now they're caught, and they're just desperately trying to get out, and that's what you get from them right now.
Oh goodness, Xalbaer, look what you've done. You've got him scared the poor thing half to death.
We need answers. I mean no harm.
Yes, the fact that you've gone and grabbed him like a sack of potatoes certainly gives that message, doesn't it? I apologize to my friend here. Apparently, some of us never learned manners.
Xalbaer will take the sack of potatoes and hold them in front of him like you would a cat and say,
It's a good thing, too, because it seems like they were about to bite you.
Oh dear.
I mean no harm. If I put you down, will you run?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Goodness.
Please, dice parser.
They take one look at you, and then they glance around at everyone else, and they just reach up and grip your hand. They're not very strong grip. And go, just let me go.
That was neither a yes nor a no.
Vexis, like, Marlowe. Yeah, he kind of rolls his eyes at them both. Marlowe for his obsession with manners, and Xalbaer for being Xalbaer.
Oh my god.
Very persuasive Xalbaer. Absolutely not intimidating at all, Xalbaer. And he walks around to in front of this mysterious Azamar that Xalbaer is holding. And he's very short, you guys. He has to look up at them. And his tail is kind of flicking, and he's like, well, you certainly are more familiar with this place than we are you now, dear?
I don't have to talk to you. They say.
Stop being funny, Altaria.
Please, we're trying to be in character.
They take their hands from holding
I'm
onto
so sorry.
Xalbaer and just kind of cross their arms over their chest and glower.
You have to go to the video, you guys.
I'm sorry. I sent this at the same time as Altaria, but it wasn't loading.
Memes.
Sucks.
Memes
Why
in
is
the
it not
chat.
picking up my mic? Okay. Okay.
I'm a very serious scientist, all of you.
You
How's
are
that
short and
insane?
kitty.
Be quiet. You simple scientist.
Anyways,
Okay.
they said, why should I tell you? I don't have to tell you anything. I don't know who you are.
Vexis sweeps into a somewhat dramatic bow and straightens up, and he goes, I'm Vexis. Vexis Enteur, at your service. Do I get something to call you, my dear, or are you simply going to be called the Azimar?
What's an Azimar?
Vexis. Vexis takes a second. And he was back. He's like, that does pose quite a problem.
For now, it can, for lack of an ability to provide better explanations, it can be just referred to as a term we could use to refer to you. That being said, I do promise we're not here to hurt you or anyone else. We're just here to figure out how the cathedral works. That's all. We're just researchers.
Make a persuasion
It's-
check.
Oh, it's very.
What's Dexion gonna do?
Not yet. He's waiting a little bit. But I've got charm person queued up and ready to go.
What's 19 plus 11 get me? What the hell? My dice like me.
I mean, if I don't have to use it, that's good.
Mm-hmm. So, the person who's hanging from Xalbaer's claws just kind of goes, It calls me Naomi.
Naomi. That's a nice name.
The Eclipse Cathedral. Crack-o!
Vexis's fur puffs up a little.
The cathedral speaks to you?
Yes, it doesn't speak to you.
Directly.
Of course not.
You're weird.
Vexis is quietly laughing a little at that.
Comes with the territory, darling.
Excuse you.
All right. All of you are pretty. Oh
My God.
Does the
Now
cath-
then,
I can't talk today. Does the cathedral tell you anything in particular, or just
Well, why don't you put me down? They say as they glare at Xalbaer.
I repeat, if I put you down, are you going to book it back up the stairs and have this happen again?
They seem to think about it for a moment. And they glance over at Marlowe. And then they say, "No, I won't run up the stairs again."
Are you going to run down the stairs?
No.
All right.
Christ.
Xalbaer is making sure we have rules lawyered this, and will put Naomi down.
Xalbaer, for Christ's sakes, they're not a fae.
You don't know that.
I am ruling out no possibilities. I do not have to run up and down these stairs for 2 hours.
Naomi.
We only want.
Sorry, go ahead.
We only want answers. We don't need a wild bird chase.
Naomi,
Terrible.
as they're set down, just kind of brushes off their and straightens their dress and huffs and takes a healthy step away from Xalbaer, stepping closer to Marlowe.
Oh.
Marlowe is the one with the plus 11 to frickin' persuasion.
New York,
Marlowe's the one with manners.
Yep.
See, it helps to be fucking polite.
Well, maybe here, not back at the base.
The world
Vexis
does not consist of the base.
Vexis is going to ignore those two bickering and pull out a notebook. And a pencil or a pen. Whichever, probably a pen, let's be real. He seems like the type to do scritchy scratchies in pen. And he is going to take a step towards Naomi and flip his notebook open. And start writing stuff down.
So, what was your question again? She said as she looks up at, Xalbaer. The only one they have to look up at.
Wait, is she taller than Marlowe?
I don't know. How tall is the Marlowe?
6'9".
Yeah.
Okay, so the second person, yes. They have to look up to because she's like 6'2", 6'3".
Amazing.
Oh, bless.
Xalbaer, what's your question?
What can you tell us of the cathedral? How many floors? Visitors? Any information about the rooms?
There's 13 floors. There always has.
That's a curious number.
Odd coincidence?
I hardly believe in coincidences.
Yes, because a cathedral that's been here for years will just so happen to have the same number as us. Because clearly that's definitely something that somebody planned.
Wait it.
Are
You are inviting trouble.
Visitors. You mean people who come in the front door?
Or make their own door, yes.
People don't.
Anyone?
I don't think people make their own doors.
I wasn't going to rule it out. We walked in the front door, but that doesn't mean other people would.
Like the window, perchance. There was a broken one on another one of the floors.
Naomi at that looks a little annoyed. Yeah. He's I think it was a crow broke it.
Crow.
Must have been a very large crow.
Well, they point at Vexis. Shorter than that. Than Vexis.
Wow!
Oh my god.
Vexis is our measure for short.
Vexis just sharply looks up from his notebook and just like you see him puff up a little, and then he goes, he's just short. Not my fault. We come from a land of tombs. We're all
So quite tall.
Be happy you're a unit of measurement. That's some kind of honor.
What's measurement?
It's how you tell how big something is compared to other things.
Oh. Huh.
Have you ever left the cathedral, Naomi?
No, I'm not allowed.
Not allowed.
No. By whom?
The cathedral.
It doesn't allow you to leave?
Nope. I have to stay here because without me it can't do what it needs.
Have you ever
exactly
tried
does
to
it-
leave?
Why would I need to?
Well, don't you get lonely here all by yourself?
Well, I'm not by myself.
Oh. You're not?
No, I mean the person at the top who's asleep talks in their sleep sometimes, and the Eclipse Cathedral talks to me.
Person at the top.
Okay, you two talked at the same time.
Oh.
Go first, Bluejay.
I just said the person at the top.
And what did Vexis say?
Vexis said, not the most stimulating company, is it?
And Naomi's just going to stare blankly at Vexis before saying, "Yeah, there's a person at the top. They're asleep. They have been since I was alive."
How long have you been here?
A long time?
Certainly explains quite a bit about the gaps in your knowledge.
I'm an adult, and I was born here?
And you've never left?
No.
Oh,
What did you mean when you said when you were alive?
Well, how else? They're getting very confused now. They look very confused.
Vexis taps his notebook and takes a step closer to Naomi and looks up at them. He goes, the cathedral has you do something, you said. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have to do with the memories, the replications that we've been seeing? The pretend people.
What?
The doors. The doors that lead to memories.
The different places.
Is this your doing?
Oh, you mean the thing that cathedral does when people come through the front door?
Yes.
Yeah, are things I have to do after the rooms, after they're done with the room.
And what is that you do?
They just kind of shuffle back and forth, their bronze feet clanking against the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
You have anything to do with what happens on the stairs?
Happens. What do you mean? What happens on the stairs?
Well,
I don't.
we noticed that whenever we try to ascend the stairs between floors, not these ones, but the ones that are perhaps a bit more grand looking, something happens and something gets taken away. Would you happen to know how that works?
It's yeah, that's the it's just what the cathedral does, and then after you leave and go up the other stairs beyond, there's a I collect. That's what the cathedral says. Because we're looking. And we haven't found it.
Looking for something.
Mineral insight.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Dirty 20.
So what,
Nice.
Roll.
what specifically were you trying to figure out?
Well, at first, I was just trying to figure out if Naomi was lying about anything, but then I guess I'm trying to understand deeper.
Mm-hmm. So, with that 20, considering you've been pretty quiet except for a few things here or there, you've been able to kind of watch them and their mannerisms, and they aren't lying. This is they're generally, they don't know a lot of things, and each time a question comes across and a word they probably have never heard before comes out of one of your guys' mouths, they get this very confused look on their face as they try to figure out what it means. They're not very smart.
Plus, they're doing their best.
So they aren't lying to you. They are genuinely now trying to at least give answers to the best of their ability.
All right.
Vexis. Oh, I was just gonna say, Vexis asked, you are looking for someone?
Yeah.
Someone? No, yes? I don't know. It's the person.
Do you have any?
Hmm?
Do you have any idea? Maybe not who or what you're looking for, but what sort of thing it might be.
A piece of the person sleeping at the top. I don't know what it looks like, but the cathedral is sure we can find it if we just take sift through the memories.
Mm-hmm. That is quite intriguing.
So the cathedral, is it trying to fix this person who's asleep?
I don't know.
That's all right. It's all right not to know things.
Does this staircase?
Oh, go ahead. I was about to say, Xalbaer's been being very quiet.
I'm thinking. Does this staircase go all the way to the top floor?
Mm-hmm. It's how I get up and down the cathedral. My room's at the top, along with the person's room.
Would it be?
Well, let's
Go
go
ahead.
Xalbaer first.
Yeah.
Would it be possible for us to see this person so that we can try to help you figure it out? Say if we know them, we may know what it is that they're missing.
We've never tried that before, but then again, people who've come in and gone through the doors, they usually just leave.
Well, if the problem hasn't been fixed before, maybe it's time to try something new.
They just very slowly nod. That makes sense to them.
I mean, would you be willing to lead us to the person?
They go. They look at you, Xalbaer, and point at you. And go, "You're not allowed in, but maybe everyone else can."
Wow!
Oh, that's
Wow.
amazing. Vexis is perked up. That's funny.
Is this because I caught you or because you don't like my face?
It's because you're mean.
I tried to tell you I was not going to hurt you. We just wanted answers, and we discussed and are getting answers, are we not?
Maybe I'll decide it when we get to the 13th floor. They say.
Xalbaer, face it, you're too tall.
No. But consider. Xalbaer is very fluffy.
Are you
And you
suggesting he's not actually as tall as he appears?
I mean, he's got rather bit of a girth to him. You know, I bet if you wet him down. But also, you could also pet him. He's very soft, I'm sure.
Vexis, you are also floofy. Would you like to take a few inches off of your height? You don't have
no need
much.
I'm
Alright,
trying
both
to help
of you.
your case.
Both of you. Enough.
Leave my
Yes,
floofy
yes.
Mm. Naomi just kind of looks back and forth between the two, and they I don't know what to make.
I mean, that's fair.
Those two are always getting into it.
Can't help a bit of a cat fight.
What's a
Do
cat?
try to restrain yourself. A cat is what both of those two are.
Have you know I'm a tabaxi?
You're a cat.
But they
Well,
look.
one of them resembles a house cat, and the other resembles a lion.
What's a lion? Oh wait, him?
That would be me. Don't worry. I've been telling the truth.
Get it? He's a lion.
Oh my god.
Had to do it.
What? That was so bad.
That was terrible.
13.
13 for the insight. They just kind of narrow their eyes.
I mean, if I've told any lies, I didn't keep track of them, so I'm gonna go with no lies here.
And they go,
Stop talking. You're making this worse for yourself.
Ouch.
You know what? We'll walk and talk. Naomi, I'm sure you have many questions. We have quite a few smart and average intelligent people here. Feel free to ask any questions you have and we'll answer them to the best of our ability.
Which number do you count yourself among, Vexis?
Certainly smarter
You
than
had
you.
to ask.
Oh, I'd imagine so in some areas. In others.
Naomi's
Walk
gonna
and
start
talk.
walking
Yeah.
the stairs at a much slower pace than they had gone before.
We're on like floor 6, aren't we?
Yes. You're on like
Yeah.
floor 6. So
We got a ways to walk.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if I remember correctly, Marlowe is at a disadvantage to certain things because he rolled pretty poorly last time at the top of the day.
Yeah. What am I at disadvantage? Hang on, let me check my special rules. My special rules.
Check the special
rules. Special rules for special moths.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so as long as it's not like an initiative check or an opportunity attack, then I'm fine. And we haven't taken a long or short rest since the thingy-ma-what's-it, have we?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Unfortunately, climbing the stairs would not be a short rest.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't.
There's no way that can count.
Dang.
Yeah. I just hope it does not count as a con save.
Unfortunately, you guys have to walk up many flights of stairs from 6 to 13.
Oh boy.
Anyways,
Oh boy.
role-playing time, because you're walking up a bunch of
Wow.
stairs, and it's all very boring.
Yeah, it's boring.
Wow.
So,
Vexis.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say Vexis is scribbling in his notebook and glancing at Naomi every once in a while, mostly.
As Naomi walks up to the next level, they actually stop and go over to the door, and then place their hand on the wall next to the door. And a panel seems to slide back and up, and they reach in and they take out a glass bottle, with something very strange inside of it.
Hello?
What might that be?
Well, since I didn't get it on the level you guys were at, I have to get it here. And they hold it up and swirl it around. Very, very pretty and very sparkly kind of liquid inside.
It's
What is
pretty.
it?
Would that be the whatever the stairs took from us?
Yes.
Mm.
And they just kind of hold it to their chest before coming back. They're not going to let you take it.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna try to take it. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but if somebody has something that they say is part of their job, you don't take it from them. That's just rude.
Excuse you, I have tact. I wouldn't try to take something.
Well, if somebody needs it for their job, I'm not gonna steal it.
How many bottles do you tend to have to carry, Naomi?
Well, each staircase only has one, and so I carry it to the top, and there are more bottles out there because if many people walked up the staircase, I need to separate it out.
Do you not have a bag or anything?
No.
What happens? What happens?
Sorry.
Good.
Somebody talk.
What happens to the bottles once they're sorted out?
I put it back in the wall.
Do you ever review those memories?
Well, I have to, because otherwise we can't find it, because the cathedral can't do that. It can't look. It can't see like I can. And all of the glowing openings on their face blink, and you realize that those are all eyes.
Fine.
Eyeballs.
Yep, they have 5.
Those are lots of peepers.
Yep.
Wow.
Internal Vexis commentary. I hope the prescription is good.
They start climbing the stairs again, cradling the bottle.
I guess everyone's gonna follow after.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless somebody has an objection.
No. Dexion's just thinking about how useless Axiom proved to be. Finding things out about this place.
Axiom did not mention that, there was a moderator.
Last person.
Clearly, Axiom, stopped climbing after Sirius failed and decided to just head back. And you all know, originally he was supposed to be on this trip with you.
Slacker.
Swear to God, I'm gonna throttle that damn fox when we get home.
Managed to split the consequences of his actions.
Doesn't he always?
He always seems to get out of consequences. You don't really know how.
Advantages of being the party's weed dealer.
What? This is a PG-13 server.
We can have a singular mention of doing drugs in a PG-13 movie.
Amazing.
Hey, I didn't mention it in a positive light. We're talking about somebody being a lazy slacker and escaping consequences. If anything, that's an anti-drug message.
You may mention it once.
What?
Vexis is scribbling notes. What else? What is everyone else doing? Dexion is thinking poor things of Axiom. Vexis is scribbling notes and keeping an eye on Naomi.
What's Bear doing?
Bear's gonna keep asking questions since apparently we said walk and talk and get answers and then nobody else is asking. And there's not a whole lot that Bear like can do to like improve Naomi's vision of him without talking. So
Yep.
so here we go. Are all the floors the same?
Yes. Unless the person is done. When the person is done, the floor just takes the room, and that's the only room on the floor.
So if a floor only has one door, it means someone's already been through a room there?
Usually.
And there are only ever 2 doors.
Yes. Choices.
Does the cathedral choose what is behind the doors, or is it based on the visitors?
It's the visitors. The visitors enter, and the cathedral creates them based on the visitors. At least that's what I've seen on on what the cathedral shows me.
Fair. It's hard to know things that you've never seen.
Mm-hmm.
What is behind the doors if there are no visitors?
Nothing.
As in a void, or as in a wall, or...
I've never tried to open a door myself. I don't know.
All right. Fair.
Where do you come from?
Originally or before this?
They just look back at you and stare blankly.
Fair.
You
fair,
get
I
the feeling
guess.
that they don't know the word originally and what that means. It's a complicated
Originally.
word.
It is. Originally, meaning where I was born and before I came to the place where I was before this.
Oh.
Because, originally, I am from Nicodranus.
Nicodranus.
Yes.
Where's that?
Alexandria, my dear.
What's that?
It's
I mean, fair.
it's very far away now.
Yes.
Oh. You came a long way then.
Very long.
What about you? And they point to Marlowe.
Well, we were just there. Originally, I'm from the Spring Court, Evershore. It was a nice enough place.
Oh, that pretty place with the really tall things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what having land that's saturated with magic will do for the plant life. But I left there years ago.
Oh. What's a year?
Okay, so you know how we talked about measurement?
Uh-huh.
A year is a measurement of time, but instead of seeing how big something is compared to something else, a measurement of time tells you how far away something is. So a year is when something is a very, very long way away.
Like the bottom floor and the top floor?
Yes. If you consider the bottom floor and the top floor, well, actually, it's one off. If you consider the 12th floor and the bottom floor, then you've got the amount of months in a year. You take 12 months and you make a year. So 12 floors, and you get to almost the top. Yeah?
I'm gonna roll intelligence. To see if they actually understand this.
Oh, boy.
Oh no. That's 5 minus
I don't
2.
think they understood. I don't think they understood. I'm gonna be real.
As you are explaining, you bring up months, and they look confused, and they start looking more confused, and they're just two of their eyes right underneath the ones they seem to use mainly kind of screw, like press shut, and they're just like
It's a bit complicated. We can go. I can explain it in simpler terms later if you prefer. It just might take me a bit to figure it out.
Oh.
Naomi, do you sleep?
Yes. Why?
There's a length of time you're awake before you sleep. You are awake and then you are asleep.
Uh-huh.
That's considered a day. 7 of those is considered a week. And then you start getting more and more, and that's considered a month, and then a year.
Oh.
Yes.
They don't understand at all.
Bless their heart.
They understand the concept of a day. We'll go with that.
Okay.
A day is a start.
Yeah.
They understand that they have a time period where they're awake, and when they sleep, the time period after that is a day.
Okay. We'll leave it at that.
Vex is quietly shaking his head.
We can work on actually telling time later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is Dexion gonna ask anything?
No. No.
He's not going to join in the tomfoolery?
No, I'm kind of stupid and I don't know how to think of things.
It's all good.
Look, it's valid. That erased half of my brain cells just listening. I regret to inform everyone. By the end of that, I was just as confused as Naomi.
Yeah, I was gonna butt in and say that Marlowe was talking about distance and then explain time properly, but then I got confused. I confused myself.
I apologize. Marlowe is not good at time. He has a weird conception of time.
Oh no.
Yup.
Narcolepsy fucks with your inner clock.
Yeah, I can play off people, but I'm bad at things.
It's alright.
You're good.
So
You're doing good.
Naomi's just
Thank you.
confused.
Needless to say, it was a very long time ago.
Okay.
I legitimately forgot we were talking about that before that.
They look back at you, Dexion, and point at you, go, where are you from? Because you look different from everyone else.
Oh!
And you didn't even say anything.
Well, I'm from the same place as Xalbaer and Vexis here.
Oh. Wow.
But the difference is that my companions are all what people call real kind, like you. I'm Toonkind.
They just kind of tilt their head. They don't understand that.
That's fine. He wasn't expecting them to get it.
Real? What? What does that mean?
I'm made of ink, and you are not.
What's ink?
Stuff you write with.
I don't know how to write. What's right?
What Vexis has been doing.
Oh, the making the pretty scritchy lines.
Yes, that.
Vexis waves his pen.
And then they get very confused again, because then they're like, but if that's ink, then what?
Basically, Dexion works on a very special type of rules compared to the rest of us. Dexion can do things that the rest of us cannot.
That's weird.
Yes, it's very weird.
He's not going to demonstrate.
Does anyone else have any questions for Naomi? As we move on up the stairs.
I might have one.
Okay.
Naomi, you mentioned you don't know how to write. Do you know how to read?
What's that?
It's when you look at writing, like what Vexis is doing, and you can tell what words it's supposed to be.
Those are words?
Mm-hmm. So I'll take that as a no then. Would you like to learn?
Well, let's get to the top first. It takes a long time.
Fair enough. That does seem to be in our best interest. And Marlowe is going to look at the stairs with just, oh god.
Yeah, you've at least passed the 8th floor.
Oh my! Oh, we're walking so slowly.
Vexis is going to flip to an empty page in his notebook, closer to the back where he hasn't written. And he's going to offer Naomi his pen and his notebook. And he's going to say, "Would you like to try?"
They blink and reach forward and accept it, and then they just start drawing on your notebook.
What?
That's fine. It's for science. He can look at it later and try and decipher what the hell Naomi is drawing.
Is she? Are they drawing the title card?
Nope, that's actually some at the top of the stairs in their room.
Oh.
Bless their cotton socks.
Naomi's already drawn the title card.
Yup.
Naomi has future vision.
Looks at Nominee. Yeah. So your notebook is stolen for now because they're now holding it and drawing on it, while also
It's fine.
cradling the glass. So it probably started moving a lot slower.
Walking, drawing, carrying things.
They only have so many brain cells. My god.
Oh. What?
You want to do something else before we reach the 9th level?
Nah.
I have another question.
Okay.
Wow.
Another question.
Yeah, I think Naomi's a little distracted though, and I don't want to distract her or distract Naomi any further.
Okay.
Riveting adventures of the 13th Order climbing stairs.
My age-old enemy, stairs.
Yeah.
The true final boss.
Wait till we get to the top and the door's locked.
Oh god, please no.
Why do you keep cursing us every game? You always say something.
So
Sometimes
on the 9th level, you get your notebook back, and a very, very bad drawing of the cathedral is on it. It's clearly the cathedral, but it's like a child drew it.
That's fine. He gives it a little wave to make sure the ink is dry, and he claps the book shut for now.
Mm-hmm. Now Naomi is no longer distracted by drawing.
amazing. Naomi,
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned that a crow broke a window. Was that crow the only visitor, or were there others?
No. The crow broke the window because there was a kid outside.
A kid?
Mm-hmm. And then there was, and they closed their eyes for a moment, their hand reaching to touch, because there is a railing! There's a railing there! Their hand reaching out to touch the railing! And
We are within the guidelines.
there are OSHA guidelines here. The railing is
Yeah.
very sturdy
God.
and sound.
We are not the never-ending train.
Yep. Anyways, they reach out and touch the railing, and they continue to walk up with their eyes closed, and they say, there was the crow, the kid, a really tall person.
Really tall.
Yeah. There was another really tall person, but he looked really weird. And he had like stripe pants. And then there
Well,
was
striped pants are hardly a good fashion decision.
And then there was just one more person, and they weren't all connected. But there was there were a lot of people that came in before that. Way before that.
Do you happen to know how many times people have been through here?
It's been a lot recently.
Recently.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't used to be.
No.
And have you ever talked to any of them before us?
No. Honestly.
Okay, I know that these people don't have, like, the capacity to feel a whole lot of emotions, but Marlowe is concerned.
So here's the thing about being a nobody is that you can develop a heart. So, Marlowe! Guess what?
Wow. You got a heart? That's pretty cool.
Anyways.
Imagine that.
You screwed up a perfectly good organization member. Look at them. They've got a heart.
They have emotions now.
Order! Order, not organization.
Yes, excuse me.
Copyright strike.
Shit! Guys, no, we can't let them know that we're Xpies.
Everybody scatter.
Cover the terminology. We can't let anybody know we're XPs.
You know, this has been a problem before because Axiom complains about it.
So much paperwork.
So much paperwork.
Hey, Axiom, how come you get to look beyond the fourth wall?
Because Axiom is a mess. Next question.
Because
You mean a menace?
a menace, and Axiom's also more than he appears to be. He who.
He who.
Excuse me.
He who,
What were we
motherfucker.
talking about again? In game?
In-game.
Besides our amazing side talk?
Naomi
Visitors.
is describing about the visitors. For that, well, before a whole lot of people came in, there was, someone with brown floaty hair.
Ah, serious.
Serious.
Serious?
That is the name of the floaty head one.
Oh. The Eclipse Cathedral did not like him.
Why didn't the
don't
cathedral
quite-
like him?
Of course.
Anyway, what did Marlowe say?
Why didn't the cathedral like him?
Because he was bringing in all these people under magic.
Hmm.
So they didn't go through the front door.
No, they did. But they were asleep.
Ah,
Did the cathedral not take from them because they were asleep?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
There were so many people. Naomi opens their eyes again and just kind of pauses to reach up with one hand and rub at their face.
Vexis kind of pats their arm.
They just kind of look up.
Down.
Well, they look up because they were looking all the way down when they were rubbing their face. So, more specifically, up and over.
Mm-hmm.
There were just too many voices when they woke up.
That can be a bit overwhelming.
So you
Okay,
guys
this
have...
is a meta. This is a meta question. Are we supposed to know Sirius? Didn't we send him here?
Yes, you guys know Sirius. Sirius is basically a person that Zaya had convinced when he was younger that Zaya was on his side, and then recently Zaya had kidnapped this person, put him under his control, and then sent him to cause trouble at the Eclipse Cathedral, specifically to tear a hole in the dimension to reach a different dimension.
Zaya's doing.
I mean, it is kind of the Order's thing to tear holes in the dimension. So,
That's how we got here.
yup.
Yeah.
hey.
But I don't think that's been touched on, so that's spoilers.
Shh, our characters know it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hee-hoo.
Just because we don't fully know what's going on there doesn't mean that our characters don't.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways.
So, Naomi,
Yeah.
do you hear everyone who comes into the cathedral?
Mm-hmm.
And that is what allows you to go through the portals you get.
Yes.
Do you know?
Well,
Can you hear
Go ahead.
thoughts?
what are thoughts?
I don't think we need to worry about that right now. That's a bit complex. Do you know why you can do this?
Oh, why? I've always been able to. Is that weird?
Not necessarily. Is that too big of a word?
They look very, very confused.
Indubitably.
If it's over 2 syllables, we can't use it. Shit.
Y'all with your $5 words.
I would like to buy a vowel.
No, you are quite perfectly normal, Naomi, for what you are.
They just kind of blink at you for a moment. Like, blink. Why wouldn't I be? Very confused. You've confused them.
God damn it.
Naomi, they seem to be in just a constant state of confusion, and if that isn't the biggest fucking mood.
Look, their intelligence is 7, okay?
Oh, God. What is it with you and the 7s?
Right?
At least it's better than a 5 looks at other people involved with the Eclipse Cathedral that are NPCs.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
At least they can form
Lionheart
full
should've died.
sentences.
Oh no.
Bless. Oh, God.
You guys are reaching the 11th floor. Make me a con save.
Alright, let's see what we get. That didn't land on anything conclusive. Thank you, bedspread.
I don't know where I.
Con save.
Con save.
Okay.
7. My.
No! Curse us with the 7s!
Xalbaer got a 1.
I got a 5.
Oh my stars.
All of us die.
So, everyone except for Naomi, who obviously has done this all her life, you're getting really exhausted.
Yeah, story of my life.
Although, as you look upwards, you can see an end to the staircase. You can see a ceiling.
There's a light at the end of the staircase.
Oh, God. There's a light at the end. My God.
And as you guys start to slow down, Naomi just looks back at you and tilts their head and goes, "Are you tired?"
I'm old. I cannot help the fact that I am a lab creature, not cardio.
Lab creature?
I don't do a lot of walking about.
Oh. Surprise. Well, actually, I don't think it's that surprising because Xalbaer is a Lionheart. And stairs are uniquely difficult for those of the centaur variety.
Yeah,
That's a good
man,
point.
he's got 4 legs. Each leg is working hard.
4 legs, all paid. You're gonna be a mess of noodles by the end of this.
Yeah. He also booked it up, what, like a floor and a half earlier?
Yeah.
Les.
Naomi's just going to pause at the 11th landing and go, "Do you want a break?"
We are almost at the top. Perhaps when we get there, we should take a break.
Okay. And they just start walking again with as much gusto.
Naomi,
Silence of a
bless your
whole
cotton
party
socks.
trying to. The silence of a whole party. Too dignified to say, yes, I need a break.
Hey, we said we'll take a break when we get to the top of the stairs, but leaving something like 3/4 of the way finished feels dumb.
Or we take our break, and then when we get to the top and something attacks us immediately, we're good.
Hey, since Altaria is determined to doom this session, can we get to the top and take an actual break?
Yes. Do you want to ask any other questions before we go to break?
I can't think of
yes.
anything.
I'm full of
You know what?
questions.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? Yes.
One more for
My
each
head
of
is
you.
empty.
Pick one.
Vexis, go first.
I'll pack.
Mine is going to cause confusion, and I'm here for it.
Oh my god.
You've caused confusion and delay.
Yes.
Vexis,
Here's
Join.
Layfish.
Vexis is going to trot up next to Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to, oh, damn it. I had a really good funny one, but now I'm gonna save it.
Aw.
And he's going to ask, so the person at the top who's sleeping, what can you tell us about them?
Well, they've slept up there for a long time. The Eclipse Cathedral was made for them. That's sometimes they look very, very big, and sometimes they look shorter than me.
All right. I suppose I'll have to take a good look at them whenever we get to the top.
If you can.
I will be very, very good at it. He's trying not to use big words, you guys.
Bless your heart, Vexis. You're doing your best.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not going to say anything to that because mysteriously they meant something with that.
Interesting.
The hell does that mean?
It means heart says maybe.
It means interesting.
There's,
Yeah.
there's interesting
Hold on.
things.
I missed the question.
Okay.
What's the question?
So Vexis asked Naomi about the person at the top who's sleeping.
Okay.
That was the question.
Okay.
The comment was, that, well, Vexis said something about seeing the person at the top, and the response was, if you can.
Oh, okay. I did not miss the question, then I missed the answer.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Xalbaer's turn to ask one question.
Naomi,
Mm-hmm.
do you eat?
Yes.
What do you eat?
Food?
I mean, okay, you got the point.
I think he means how do you get access to food?
What does that mean?
Does
You
the
get food all the way up here.
How does the food get to me?
Mm-hmm.
The cathedral gives it to me?
Fair enough.
I can.
You know what, at this
show
point, I
you.
think we
It's
need a break.
almost
I think-
lunchtime. They say, and we get to the top, and they open the door, and that's where we go to break.
Thank God,
Hey,
we
break.
need it.
I had somewhere I was going with that and forgot to write it down. There was a point.
Mood.
There was a point,
Damn.
but
Yeah.
you lost the point.
I did.
At some point, we just slipped into insanity.
Yeah.
Alright, go get your stuff. Break time.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yay. Break time. I'm gonna go get cherry cordials. I return.
I am just looking and catching up with the Coconut Gallery and laughing.
Yeah. I have not read the Coconut Gallery yet because I like it to be a surprise afterward.
I tend not to read it while I'm in game. But I do like to catch up if I have time on break. Yeah, there aren't
Just
any-
popping my head in.
Hey, all right. So I'm eating food, but I just want you to know that this whole time, whenever I said something, I've been doing the thinking pose in real life.
I love
I can't-
it.
Oh my
Stop
god, you're an
myself.
Ace Attorney character.
So every time Dexion has talked so far, he's just thinking pose.
He's the think
He just-
emoji.
He just does it constantly.
Amazing.
That's his idle animation.
His default state is thunk.
Yes, I know. I'm sorry, audio. I'm so sorry. Longshot should have gone down, but I was unaware of how the Acme effect actually works, and he got away from you guys.
So he was. They were supposed to die.
They were supposed to go down because they were at 1 hit point. And resistance to
boy.
damage is not canceling damage.
I will be right back.
Yee.
Me too.
Hello, I return.
Hello.
I had to get damp paper towel because sticky.
Yee. When the villains adopt you, so your opinion of everyone else and the people against them changes.
Boy. Look, I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, I kind of did, but I didn't mean for this to happen.
I mean, it's honestly just one of the things that happen because, like, it's just the way it is. They've never seen or talked to anyone that wasn't the cathedral before. I mean, they've seen, but seeing...
They've never interacted, and I'm concerned, and apparently so is Marlowe. I don't know how, and I don't know why, but he has decided that he is concerned about this not exactly a child.
This, 20-year-old.
Okay, no, that's a child. This is a baby.
They are indeed an adult, though. Let it be known, they are an adult.
They just also happen to be baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's their heart, they know nothing.
Yeah. They are 7 intelligence.
I swear to God, you with the pecking 7s. What is it with your luck and the fucking 7s?
Look. Victor Vol has a 5 in con.
Oh God. Oh honey, a stiff breeze could blow you over.
Yeah. That's why Victor Vol wears armor.
Marlowe has better con than you, and I intentionally made his con terrible.
Lock Longshot's strength is 5.
Good God!
And I rolled that, and I kept it because I thought it was funny.
I mean, it is funny, but also, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? Why is everybody here having just one stat that's just garbage?
Dexion's lowest stat is a 12.
Dexion is a special boy.
Dexion rolled really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the one time I rolled and I got good things.
It's as a treat, your evil boy gets really good stats.
12 charisma, 13 intelligence. Bless his heart.
Hey,
Yeah,
he's
like
more
that.
intelligent than Naomi.
That's not a high bar to clear.
I was about to say, which isn't very hard.
I mean, I have an intelligence and a wisdom of 17. But I've been contributing nothing.
It's okay.
It's fine.
I've got wisdom of 19 and charisma of 17.
Holds up.
Intelligence is a 15.
Holds up, Naomi. Their wisdom is actually 19.
Yay.
They're
19 buddies.
They're very insightful. For
They
good
are
reason.
wise. They just don't know much.
I don't know much because they never left the cathedral.
This precious bean is a fucking shut-in.
Yeah.
You were raised by a building.
Literally.
You were raised by a building and a sleeping, possibly dead guy. Yes, I hear you laughing and knowing things.
Yeah, Dexion
Also-
didn't ask any questions because he already understands everything, not because I didn't come up with any questions.
No, Dexion was putting together connecting the dots in his head as everyone else was asking questions.
Yeah, you were being, the lady with the equations meme.
Yes.
Yeah, but now I'm not going to tell any of you about it because I didn't actually connect any dots.
It's okay.
That's fine.
A lack of communication is an unfortunate common thread in this fucking group.
Oh yeah.
None of us
Also-
know what we're doing.
My thing is being edgy and not telling people things.
Oh, so you're like everybody else.
Yes!
Heart.
Yeah.
I remembered a thing you mentioned to me, and I put together the dots for real.
Oh.
Which is gonna make the thing we talked about the other day really fucking interesting, huh?
Why?
See?
Hello.
Would we be afraid?
I don't
Would we be
know.
afraid?
I know very little.
You know more than the rest of us, apparently.
Yeah.
Sometimes
No,
you go
fucking
beep boop.
The consequences of being involved in a lot more of my timeline games.
Oh yeah, because you've got Lucifer's Travels as well.
Mm-hmm. Because Lucifer's Travels does actually somewhat connect to all the Eclipse Cathedral stuff. Krakoom.
I'm burned by knowledge, and thus I must scream.
Pat.
I'm left to speculate, and I still scream.
I'm just sitting here rolling a paper towel. No screaming involved.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad we didn't go in the other memory rooms.
Yeah.
You still can.
I mean,
If you want to.
I want to.
Does Dexion
But
want
I don't think Dexion wants to.
Dexion opens the door, sees what's inside, promptly shuts the door, and turns around.
Dexion fucking nopes right out of there.
I had brain rot for a full month.
I hold you soft.
Pat the Bluejay.
I mean,
It's all good.
this is all your guys' characters' choices to go this route.
I know, and I'm mad at myself about it.
I mean, theoretically, you could always, like, say that you went off screen? Is that a thing? Like,
I'm gonna say no, you can't do that.
One thing I did actually want to see if you can go in someone else's memory room without them being present.
Hey, you could try that. So now that we're all back,
yeah.
Here's my snack.
let me paint you a word picture.
Yay.
Pull out those brushes.
You guys have walked through this door that Naomi has opened by just pushing on it. And past is a room furnished with, many objects that you would generally regard to be needed for living, including what appears to be a freezer, a fire pit, a bed, a couch, and a cabinet filled with plates and forks and those sorts of stuff. And on the other side of the room is another door. All along the walls are thousands and thousands of pictures. And there are a pile of sketchbooks set beside the bed. And Naomi just pads forward into the room and goes over and sits down on the bed. And then looks at the rest of you expectantly.
Dude, I guess we sure do be following you.
I don't think the bed's big enough.
Yeah.
The bed is not big enough for Xalbaer, but it might be big enough for Marlowe if Marlowe just kind of curls up.
Yeah, nah. We're just gonna come into the room now.
Yeah. And here's where you will tell me what you do on your short rest.
Oh.
So,
Well, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know the first thing Vexis is gonna do is he's gonna look at all of the heckin' pictures everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because wow. This is a lot. Potentially a source of information. And also, holy crap. Question marks. And then he's probably gonna find, like, honestly, like, a corner or someplace with, like, I'm gonna be real, guys. He's gonna find a place to catnap, essentially. He's gonna sit in a corner with his back against the wall, and he's gonna cross his arms, and he's gonna close his eyes. He's gonna take a little catnap. It's fine. He's an old man.
Mm-hmm.
The old fart.
The floor does have carpet, so it's not uncomfortable to just sit down and catnap in the corner. What's Xalbaer doing?
There are no windows?
Not in here, no.
Okay. Xalbaer will... I'm not gonna lie, that was the exact same plan that I had. The cat had one thought and has taken a nap. Yeah, Xalbaer will also go take a look at the pictures and then find somewhere to plop down for a bit. Maybe not nap, but sit down for a bit.
There, as a short note, the picture that both of you notice the most is something. It's the title card.
Title card drawing.
Each of the people in those pictures kind of looks like you, and your companions. And then there's another one who have more of your companions drawn on it. Anyways,
I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, he's gonna look at the pictures too. And then he's gonna sit down and like start reading a book like a fucking nerd.
Okay, cool. Nerd! Alright, and Marlowe?
Yeah, I mean, Marlowe's probably just going to, like, sit down on the couch and, wrap up in his wings a little more just because safe, and then promptly fall fucking asleep.
Wonderful. Okay, complete a short rest. That's an hour!
Yeah.
Yay!
That means I can
Yeah.
re-roll my daytime drowsiness. Yay!
Yup.
Thank heaven. I mean, hopefully we're not going to have any initiative checks, but I'm not going to jinx it. Alright, which one of you is my d20? There you are. 17. 17 minus 2, that's a 15.
Yeah, that passes.
Okay, cool. I am no longer drowsy!
Yay!
Mothman awakens.
Mothman is awake!
Mm-hmm. So, as you're all kind of gathering yourselves from just resting, Naomi's just been drawing with the swirling bottle sat right beside them on the bed, like on the floor. So, what are you doing now?
Something.
So Vexis wakes up from his nap, and you know that vibe whenever cats like stretch and they do like the little kneading, like yeah. Vexis stretches his arms out and he kind of kneads the air a little, and like you know he's doing like the sort of like cat but like person-y like wake up stuff, like rubbing his face and cleaning his face. And
Stop
He,
being
like,
cute. You're
scrubs-
supposed to be evil.
He like scrubs at his eyes and gets up and he walks over to Naomi and sort of stands next to them and watches them draw for a minute.
Right now, I seem to be drawing a figure that looks a lot like Laura.
Ah.
And the background is well, because their sketchbook is actually a medium tone, the background is white. With blue accents for shadows.
Laura is in the void.
Laura's somewhere.
I mean, you can't
Laura.
really tell what exactly the picture is of yet, besides it being of Laura. And they look up at you and go, "Oh, you're done napping. Oh, okay.
Don't mind me. I'll just..." And he pulls out his own notebook and flips to the page he had been writing his own personal notes on. And he, like, looks at them and looks down at his paper, and then he starts writing again, as if to be like, "You do you, I'll do me. This is fine."
They just kind of blink and then go back to finishing the picture they were drawing. Funny enough, as they're finishing up, it looks like Laura is entering the cathedral.
Ooh.
I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure that's nothing Vexis has to worry about.
Anyways, they pull the page off of their notebook and turn around and place it against the wall, and suddenly it's stuck there.
No tape, no tacks, no nothing?
Nope.
Huh. Now that's a handy
Eclipse
adhesive.
Cathedral is holding the pictures.
Yup.
The Eclipse Cathedral is proud of its child.
I'm just imagining the cathedral with hands in it. I hate it.
Somebody Photoshop hands onto the
No,
original silhouette.
Moving on. Close away.
Do it!
Well, now I have to.
Thank you!
Anyways, they
Also,
turn
whoop.
back and flip their sketchbook closed. I have to take care of the bottle.
Do you mind if I watch?
No. And they scooch off the bed, pick up the bottle from the ground, and start padding on over to the door to the next room.
Bye, everybody. I guess Vexis is leaving.
I mean, everyone is free to follow.
Yeah, Marlowe's going to get up, do the big flappy wings open for a second, and then put them back as a cloak before following.
Yeah, Xalbaer will get up and stretch a little bit and then follow after.
Dexion
Marlowe can
looks,
put his scythe away, because he doesn't need to use it as a cane right now.
Woo!
Dexion looks real peeved that everyone's just up and gone. So he's gonna follow, I guess.
If you want to be a grumpy, moody teenager, you're welcome to stay here.
See, he wants to do that, but he's also a little bit curious about like what Naomi's doing.
Then come along.
Alright. Through the door into the next room, I'm gonna paint another word picture, because this is a
Yay!
large white room with one wall consumed by what looks to be a very large screen. There's a projector hanging from the ceiling whose cords crawl along the wall and weave themselves around boxes that are in the right wall. There are 13 boxes in all, and each one has a specific sigil in it. 11 of the 13 boxes are glowing, and I forgot to count how many were completed. So 4, 5. 5 of them are glowing red, while the others glow purple. Across the room are tables and tables strewn with glass bottles, each one holding a miasma of different colors. Along the left wall are shelves containing empty bottles hooked up to various tubes. The images on the screen flicker from being shelves and shelves and shelves of hats, to a field of flowers with a flower shop at the top of the hill, to the spring court of Evershore, which you guys walked through, to a towering room filled with books, which both Dexion and Vexis will recognize.
And we know what that is.
Yo.
To the right of the screen is a door, leading further into the floor. Naomi pads up to the wall with the empty bottles and removes one, inserting the one that they had picked up on your guys' way to the top. And then they take their hand and they place it on the wall and close their eyes.
Does anything happen?
Hold on a minute.
Silence.
Vexis is scribbling notes again.
I'm looking for where Hart told me what the library was.
The Grand Library of Nicodramus.
Yeah, that.
We know that place.
Sight to y'all?
So as Naomi's standing there, they seem to twitch a little bit, and then they start to glow blue. Like, all of them starts to glow blue.
Sure, this is perfectly fine and natural. We can just make the notes. It's fine.
Is anything changing on the screens?
So every so often the screen will change to a different site. So next appears Xalbaer, your two favorite people, sitting in that Slayer's cake with the strange murals upon the walls.
Mm-hmm.
The next appears to be a very familiar lab for the three of you. And it seems like Dexion is there, doing something.
Inception.
Bruh.
Deception. Dual Dexion.
Bruh. Okay, important question though. Is this a view of the lab before or after?
Oh, it looks like you were before, Dexion. The Dexion on the screen looks like you used to.
Oh, that's a thing.
Boy.
I'm sure it's fine.
We are working with memories, y'all.
Anyways, as you're watching, colors start to filter into the other empty bottles along the wall from the bottle that was placed into the through the tubes.
Interesting.
They're gonna take a minute doing that, so if you want to look at anything else in the room, because there's a lot of bottles, there's the screen there's the wall with the sigils on it that are glowing.
Can I go inspect the sigils?
Yep.
Same.
Alright,
There's
Make-
also
Gonna-
theoretically recognizable symbols.
make me an Arcana or a Religion check.
Okay. Arcana is a +2. Religion is also a +2. That doesn't matter. Oh wait, where's my d20? There it is.
Yeah, please identify which one you're using, because you'll get
Oof.
different information.
They're both the same, so Arcana.
Okay. Unfortunately, Xalbaer, magic isn't really your strong suit.
Nope.
So, yes, this all looks very magical.
Absolutely.
That's the best as I can give you. Which one are you using, Marlowe?
Probably religion,
Okay. So,
because he who historian friend.
So, these sigils on the wall are more towards a celestial type of magic. Clearly crafted, probably much like the cathedral itself was, considering it's super magical.
It's like super pecking magic.
The purple ones. So, from what your friend might have rambled about at some point or another, the purple ones are more of kind of an open state, where the red ones are closed. Finished. I just realized there's less than 5 completed. Maybe? No, there are 5 completed. Yeah.
Can Vexis do a look about
Yeah.
at the magic-y magic stuff?
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of want to investigate everything. So should I?
Well,
I don't
okay,
know.
so do me a favor, Bluejay, and pick. So Marlowe and Xalbaer are investigating the wall. Do you want to investigate the projector or the bottles?
He's probably gonna look at the projector.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana.
Wait, that's the wrong one. Oh no, never mind. It's the right one. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so as you're examining the projector and seeing how the pictures flip, you're looking at the projector itself, and it's clearly extremely tied into the cathedral, and probably into whatever the cathedral has for a quote-unquote brain, considering, from what Marlowe says, it seems intelligent. So the projector is displaying all of the rooms that people create, like Naomi said.
Oh. Yeah, he's looking at this and he's feeling vaguely unsettled.
Yep. It's pretty unsettling.
Can Vexis go investigate the bottles?
Yes.
Okay. What should Vexis roll?
Let's see. Roll me. So first, I need you to roll me D11.
I love that. I absolutely love that. That's a 6.
Okay. So you pick up one of the bottles.
I pick up one of the bottles. Okay.
Wait, you didn't want to pick up the bottle?
I mean, he
thought
wants
you
to
were
investigate, but okay.
Investigation
I guess
means
we're touching.
Investigate means touching.
Do it.
Okay. I'm
you
picking
did-
up the bottle.
Sorry,
You're look-
did you not want to pick up the bottle and just look at it?
I just feel like sometimes you shouldn't pick things up if you don't know what they are, but we're picking it up, I guess.
No.
Look at
If you want to just look at it, roll me perception. But if you're investigating, which means picking it up, that's investigation.
He'll pick it up. He'll pick it up. Fuck it.
Okay.
Come on, you're an evil club. You don't fear God or death.
We're not doing safe science here. Fuck it.
Oh,
Who
as,
needs
No more
lab
OSHA.
safety?
Safe science in our house.
as you pick it up, your eyes cloud over, and suddenly you're somewhere else. And a boy about 12 years old of age, with messy white hair, runs up out of the darkness towards you, holding a very large car
Darkness.
key. Coming behind him is a Voltoon, holding a similarly large grey key. You're too late, Roderick! I've already opened the door to the darkness! Can be heard in a childish accent. And then your vision clears up again.
He's putting the bottle down. He's contemplating his life choices.
Say, fellas, did somebody say the door to darkness?
Find anything interesting, Vexis?
I feel like that depends on your definition of interesting.
Well, that's already a loaded answer. What'd you find?
It's bottles. What were you looking at on the wall?
The sigils, they appear... Well, I will admit my memory is a bit rusty, but it does appear that they correspond to open and closed. What my thoughts immediately go to is that Wait, out of character. Red is closed.
Red is closed.
What my mind immediately goes to is that the red ones might be finished sets, while the purple ones might be unfinished, or they might correspond to the rooms that have already been through versus rooms that have not.
Yes, that is something quite intriguing to conceptualize. Do you want to be my guest? And Vexis waves a hand over the table and take a look yourself.
Depends. What happened to you when you picked one up?
Well, I didn't get hurt. Just bottles.
Marlowe is going to give you a look. But you know what? He's not tired for once, and that means Shenanigans Brain is available, so sure, we'll go and pick one up.
Roll me a D11.
Oh boy.
That's like a D12, just minus one.
The
number
one.
That one!
So, as you pick up this bottle, your eyesight clouds over, and you seem to be sitting in some sort of alley. And there's a black cat with purple markings reaching forward towards you. and there's a trembling, gloved hand. It seems to be your own, reaching up to meet it. And the cat pulls you to your feet. And you return to yourself.
Bro, I can't believe we found the cutscene viewer.
Oh my god, we found theater mode!
You're never going to guess whose memory that is.
I know, so fuck you!
Whoa!
Because I'm friends with the players, so meh.
I know too.
I can guess.
You can guess.
All I'm hearing is there's more cat people.
And Marlowe just kind of looks at it and blinks and says, huh. Well, that wasn't all that bad now, was it? So, to summarize what you apparently couldn't put into words despite your massive intellect, by picking up the bottles, we can view memories of other people who have had theirs drained by the cathedral, yes?
Theoretically. It does beg the question of what qualifies as open and closed.
He's going to set the bottle with the memory of people who shall go unnamed on the table.
To be fair, you don't tell the control group that they're the control group.
It's science.
That felt much more malevolently motivated than scientifically motivated, but sure, Jan.
I mean, we're villains.
Yeah, true. We're the bad guys.
You're the bad guys.
Why not both?
Yeah, you need to remember.
We're the bad guys.
We're here to destroy the world or something. The gaps between the worlds.
We're here to do something,
Corruption.
something, darkness, something, something.
Darkness.
Maybe you guys are. He's here for questionable science.
You know what?
Relating to
He's valid.
darkness.
I'm just here to get back what belongs to me, but go off, I guess.
Anyways.
I wouldn't call it an unpleasant experience although it might be a bit of a confusing one.
It certainly does give us insight into who else has been into the cathedral.
I'm sorry, the fucking accent on the Krakoom just gave me brain giggles.
As you're talking, Naomi moves, and they take two of the bottles from the shelves and holds one and then the other and goes, no, and then walks over and places it on the table. They do this completely without seeing, their eyes all closed as they go back for the last two bottles, I should say.
What do you think? What do you think would happen if you were to drink one of these, theoretically?
Let's not try and find out. I'm good with poison, but I don't know if this counts as poison or curses.
Oh, it's just a few extra memories. I'm sure we can... I'm sure Xalbaer has enough space in his... I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Can I do a thing real quick? Audio, can I do a thing real quick?
Theoretically, yes.
Marlowe is just going to flick one of his wings out and gently whap Vexis on the back of the head.
He's not very tall. It's just as likely you'd overshoot.
Marlowe's wings are very large. So
yeah.
What I feel like what happens is Vexis, make a dexterity save.
Cool. He's still holding that bottle, you guys.
Yup.
I sure
God.
as fuck hope he, that's an 11.
All
I'm
right.
sure nothing bad can happen with an 11.
So you get
Okay, so
gently whapped by Marlowe's large wing, and you stumble a little bit, but you manage to keep your claws carefully around the bottle so you don't drop it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yes. Let's smack me potentially into the table full of mysterious glass bottles.
Well, you were wondering what would happen if you consumed one. Imagine what happened if you got splashed with one.
Would you like to test?
Oh no, I'm not the scientist here. I'm just the medic.
And a fine job you've been doing. Vexis.
Jesus
Christ, you
too.
Vexis is going to, still holding the bottle, basically turn tail and walk over to Dexion.
I'm real mad that I'm playing a character who thinks about consequences now because there's so many terrible things I want to do relating to knocking bottles off tables and
Do it in the name of
right.
science.
No, he wouldn't.
That's
Okay.
so sad for you.
That is so sad.
Here's
Zal,
tears and alas.
for science. Xalbaer will roll his eyes and go over and pick up one as well.
Roll a d11.
Yep. I've thought this through.
Boy.
11!
Okay,
Wow.
so you actually happen to pick up one that Namely had just put down. And your eyes cloud over, and suddenly it's bright. Very bright. Everything illuminated in shimmering particles of golden glow as the air hums and buzzes with raw magic. You feel like you're awake for the first time. Awake.
That is so awkward.
In your heart, taking its first few tentative beats, air filling your lungs as you take your first few breaths. You look down at your hands. You have hands. And there are wrists and arms and shoulders attached to them. And legs folded beneath you, where you're crumpled on the floor.
I can't believe you're experiencing being born.
Hold on. This is really long, and I want to read all of it, okay?
Yeah, no. Okay. I've connected the dots.
It's your arrival day. The first day of your entire existence, really. You feel new. You know you're younger than is normal for an Ever Fairy who arrives instead of being born. But your entire being feels light and bright with energy and magic that flows through your veins. And then someone is speaking, a warm, resonant, gentle voice. Born of light from beyond the star, you come to us from lands afar, called by laughter and clothed in cheer. Happiness has brought you here. Welcome to Haven Hollow. You look up into the kind and smiling face of the king, a tall man of robes made of warmly glowing golden light, with wavy golden brown hair and laughing orange eyes. Behind him stretches a pair of feathered wings in shades of orange and gold and white. I trust you found your way all right, little one. I think so. The king laughs and brushes a gentle hand through your hair, sweeping away a few lingering particles of golden dust. How about a name then, little one? Can you tell us your name? It takes you a minute, and then you look up. My name is... It's a good name, a name with power. It's your name. And the king smiles at you. Hold that name close and quiet, little one. It has immense amount of power over you. Tell it only to the people you most dearly trust. But then, what will everyone else call me? The king considers you for a moment with an amused smile, then ruffles your pink hair. Lotus. They'll call you Lotus. And it's a good name. You smile at the king, magic still humming beneath your skin, and you look around this empty room with natural wood walls that look grown, not built. Rivers of golden dust flowing into the pool in the center from where you emerged. Where do I go now? The king smiles and points towards a hall door grown from walls. Through there, he explains. Best hurry, your family's waiting. And then you return to yourself and wow, that felt really weird!
Oh my god!
I apologize for the length of that.
It was wonderful. I had to read the whole thing.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that
I'm processing. Hang on.
that must be so awkward. What do you?
So for everyone else in the room, you see Xalbaer pick up this bottle, and Xalbaer's standing there for a good 10, 50, a good 5 minutes.
Please tell me
sure
somebody steps forward and waves a hand in front of Xalbaer's eyes, you good, bro?
I mean, Marlowe's right there.
Yeah, true. He's probably gonna do that and just roll medicine.
Is he dead?
Wait, do I actually roll medicine, or can I just say, as a joke, that he rolled medicine off screen?
No, roll medicine, for real, because you're real kind.
Alright. That's a 12 plus 7.
That's 19. So Xalbaer is definitely still breathing. So let's start off with that.
What an amazing insight to gain with a fucking 19 in medicine.
Hold on. Let me continue.
I'm sorry, Heart. Continue, please.
His eyes are glazed over as it kind of looks like when someone's having a flashback.
More flashbacks.
Or flashbacks.
Or some kind of vision.
Okay, that does track.
Because Xalbaer clearly doesn't see you. He doesn't hear you during this period, even as you wave in front of him. Even if you gently tap him, he doesn't move. Besides breathing.
Okay, so picking up the bottle sends you into Catatonia. Lovely.
And as you say something to a measure of that, Xalbaer comes back to himself.
You alright, Xalbaer?
He's just gonna blink for a minute and process.
Okay, well, now I wanna pick up a bottle too. Did you have something you were gonna say first, though?
I'm not sure we should be messing with these willy-nilly.
Did you see? Something you shouldn't have?
Perhaps.
Oh, forbidden knowledge.
Vexis putting the bottle he had taken into his pocket.
Vexis, put that back.
What's Vexis
No,
doing
he doesn't
with it?
announce it. He doesn't announce it and he walked away. Technically,
You should roll a sleight of hand.
I mean,
Would Marlowe even notice, though?
I feel like Marlowe was sufficiently distracted with Xalbaer, because Xalbaer immediately came over, picked up the bottle, and then stopped reacting.
Yeah. Again, he went catatonic. What the fuck?
Catatonic.
And puns.
So I think Vexis did actually get away with slipping the bottle into his pocket.
That's concerning.
What's Vexis going to do with that?
Who knows?
Yeah. Wouldn't you like to know what they're for? He's just holding on to it for now. He's just holding on to it for now. He's not gonna fuck around with it right now. He has knowledge of certain things, and so he's got, questions.
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Okay, so for a lot of this, Dexion was kind of just gazing at the screen as it flipped through its rooms.
Mm-hmm.
But he wants to see what's going on.
Wants his turn on this wild ride.
Yeah, so I'll roll to pick up a bottle.
He's gonna walk over and go pick up a bottle too. Hey, what's up, guys? Are we getting drinks?
So as you walk, as you walk over, Naomi has taken the two last bottles they had sorted out and goes, no, and then walked over and placed them on. So let's see, you rolled a 4. Okay, so you pick up this bottle, and suddenly you're on top of a forested mountain, your feet hanging over a cliff. You're looking over a beautiful island that has buildings, small buildings, village size, small town, and there's a beach, and there are stormy seas, and you gaze out at this, and you think, oh, the Bertus Isles. And then you return to yourself.
The what Isles?
The Bertus Isles. So, let me spell it out for you. By copy-paste. There you go. The Bertus Isles.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
Okay, well now he kind of wants to look at all of them.
Oh god.
Is anyone going to stop him from just picking up the next one?
You know what? No.
Possibly? Do I see it?
Roll perception for me.
Sure, what's my perception?
And Dexion, roll sleight of hand.
What is perception?
He's just going for it. Why do I have a +5 to this? Okay.
Dex related.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to beat that. I got a 17.
Unfortunately, Naomi does not see you do this either. And roll another D11 for me. If you're...
I'm just...
Mm-hmm.
I'm to snoop.
Okay.
3.
You pick up the one right beside it, and your vision clouds, and you're holding the hands of 2 adult humans, a man with platinum blonde hair and ocean blue eyes, and a woman with brilliant blue hair and sky blue eyes. And you're swinging their hands like children do. And the childish words of Mum and Pa can be heard as you look at each of them in turn. And then your vision comes back to you.
Huh. All right, I'm gonna keep doing this until someone stops me.
At this point, Naomi's gonna look at you and go, "What are you doing?"
Investigating.
Put it down.
Okay, he's gonna put it down.
You have been caught.
That wasn't yours. They say, and they kind of just walk and interpose themselves between you and the table.
Can you tell me which one is?
They reach over and pick up one. Make sure you see it. And they reach over and pick up another. Because you have two, right?
Yeah. You don't need those, right? They don't have what you're looking for?
They don't.
Then may I have them back?
Yeah. They, Naomi picks them up and hands them to you.
Okay, cool.
You don't know what to do with them!
Yeah.
Take a fucking sip.
I mean, I could take a sip, but that seems like a really bad idea.
Why don't you ask the person who made them, how do you put them back in your brain?
They're standing right there, towering over you.
Oh my god. I don't know how to word things.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask how to put them back, but it sounds cool.
Okay. You ask how to reacquire your memories, and they look at you funny. What?
Where do you
How do I
them
put-
back?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Xalbaer's going to drink the bottle that he's still holding.
Oh no! Okay! Make a con
Yeah.
save.
No, but he's seen it. It's going.
Oh my God.
We'll learn something.
Marlowe, you watch as Xalbaer suddenly takes this bottle, uncorks it, and chugs it. And immediately, Xalbaer, as the first bit of it touches your tongue, it feels like it's scalding. But you keep going because apparently you're not very wise.
Yes, but also no. I'm curious, so it rules everything out.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Exactly.
And you down the rest of it, and it hits your stomach, and you feel violently ill. It's about to come right back up. What are you doing?
Wait. Not facing the table if I'm gonna vomit.
Oh my god. You just hear the cat puking noises.
Get an inspiration point, 'cause God damn it!
Xalbaer's going to make an attempt at not puking.
Roll con at disadvantage.
Solid.
No, it's coming right back up.
Cat puking.
Oh my god.
Vexis is watching this and he's fascinated.
So what happens is as it's all coming back up, it comes out of you not as liquid, because as it hits the air, it seems to turn to dust, shimmering gold fairy dust before turning into nothing. And suddenly, Marlowe, the memory of you being fucking born rushes back into your head.
He's gonna shake that off and go over to Xalbaer and just be like, and this is why we don't drink unlabeled liquids. Are you alright? Hang on, are you missing any hit points? Did you take any damage?
I kind of want to drink the rest of them.
So Marlowe's not even gonna say like, "Oh wow, my memories are back. This is good."
I mean, you might have seen him blink pretty hard for a second.
I mean, considering the weight of that memory was pretty huge.
Yeah, like, he took a minute and
wow.
he blinked pretty hard, but also, my dude, he is/was a doctor, and somebody just threw up. So he's...
Yeah, he's more concerned with Xalbaer, who just threw up in the corner of the room.
going into doctor mode. He's gonna roll medicine again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Medicine.
so
That's...
Dexion's like, he's holding the bottles and he's gonna like put one down and then waft, like they tell you to do in science so you don't get your nose burned.
Mm-hmm.
He's wafting his memories.
Okay.
I have a
Get the
question.
faint memories of books.
Alright, he's gonna just he's gonna steal himself and then he's gonna chug it.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Nothing happens to you except that you get your memories back of a library with
Cool.
your little hands pulling down a giant book as other children just kind of play around you with blocks and toys. Peaceful memory.
So yeah, he's gonna say, if you drink your own memories, it has no effect except that it brings your memories back. So he's gonna chug the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 27 on medicine to make sure our lion is okay.
Yeah, he just drank something he shouldn't have.
The cause and effect was pretty clear.
Yeah. It didn't seem to do anything else. Even if you for example, pull out a small light and shine it in Xalbaer's eyes, he's reacting properly and all that.
Okay. Yeah. Because light is a cantrip, so he probably does, cast light to just check the eyes, make sure you're okay. Then, do you still feel nauseous?
Do I?
A little bit.
Nah, I'm good.
Don't do that again. That was supremely stupid.
But now we know what happens.
Yes, but we could have just asked.
Naomi didn't know.
It worked out in the end.
So what's Vexis doing this whole time and watching this all happen?
Bro, Vexis, you should try it.
Vexis has been eyeing the bottles just sort of contemplatively. As I'm gonna be real here, Chief. He kind of wants to take more.
Just no.
I mean, you guys are having a whole thing happen. He is unsupervised. No one is paying a lick of attention to him. He can do whatever he wants, theoretically.
If you're going to take another one, make me a sleight of hand check, because Naomi is actually
it's just
paying
Naomi.
attention. It's just Naomi.
It's him and Naomi. He's going to look at Naomi, make sure Naomi is watching, and then he's going to reach over and I think he's going to try and pick one up that no one else has touched.
Okay. Only D8.
3.
So roll it again because Dexion did pick that one up.
Okay. 8.
Naomi looks slightly annoyed, but they can't get over to you fast enough before you pick it up, and suddenly there's a soft smile from a large Lionheart who seems to be carrying you, and soft hands just gently pressing upon your face, and then you return to yourself.
Oh my god.
Okay. He makes sure Naomi is watching and he puts the bottle back down.
Yep. They look less annoyed when you put it back down.
He's being very good, you guys.
Yeah.
Because that one's not yours.
Yeah, it's not his.
There is the one you stole.
No one knows about that. He's being very good.
I'm going to return because I know Bluejay, you said Dexion drank the other one.
Yeah.
And it's Dexion. The memory that returns to you is the one of you being born as UPA and tunes do, and let me just describe what I wrote here. First, there's darkness, and then you look up from the floor with a UPA and tune, all done in dark blue, smiling down at you. You're lifted up and taken to the window, out which there is a sloping road that leads to the beach. Nicodranus, says a warm, familiar voice. And you remember, yeah, you were born in Nicodranus. You didn't just live there for a while. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, so he kind of blinks the memory away and says, you know, if you want your memories back, just, you have to, hold on a second. Something, drink, bottle, get memories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't drink the wrong one or that happens.
Yep.
Science.
Science.
Science should not make you violently ill.
Vexis is gonna point at the one he picked up, that Naomi saw him pick up, and he's gonna look at Xalbaer and say, I believe that one is one of yours, Xalbaer.
Is it now? Xalbaer will pick it up.
Okay.
Xalbaer's touching everything. It's all good.
Xalbaer, immediately recovered from illness, runs over and picks it up.
Yeah.
God damn it, Xalbaer.
He's had worse coffee before. It's fine.
Oh my god.
I am concerned for all of you.
Understandable.
So
Vexis is doing pretty good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Vexis is doing crime.
Crime cat.
Crime cat. Anyways, Xalbaer, you pick this one up, and it feels familiar, but you don't see anything.
Xalbaer will drink it.
Uh-huh. And it goes
No
down
suspicion.
like warm hot cocoa. And you get back a fuzzy memory of one of your parents.
See? This one went well.
Oh my stars.
Do not use that. Do not use that as an excuse in the future to just go around drinking unlabeled things. You're gonna wind up drinking something that one of these ding-dongs brewed up in the lab one of these days, and then you're gonna be dead. And I can't bring you dead.
Science
I
requires
can
multiple
fix
trials.
Those tend to be labeled.
You know, at least if he dies, I can fix dead.
When did you fix dead?
I
can drink another.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
we've.
Okay. So, does Xalbaer go to pick up another one?
No, it was an offer, not a promise.
Okay.
We're trying to get on Naomi's good side.
Are we? I'm not. I'm not trying. Are you trying?
What?
Xalbaer has 4 feet and somehow managed to get off on the wrong one. So yes, a little bit.
Yeah, because Naomi's now watching the bottles and is actually... I'm gonna roll intelligence for them because they've started counting them.
Oh no.
In the meantime, can Marlowe ask Naomi a question?
So they look up at the rest of you and go, "There's one of them missing."
Can I roll insight to see if we can figure out who took it?
Me.
Yep. Roll insight, and the person who took it rolled deception.
Dexion isn't gonna roll because he suspects who took it, and he's not gonna say anything about it. Oh man.
So, Vexis, how do you attempt to deceive that you totally don't have a bottle in your pocket?
You know what? Vexis knows when he's caught. He doesn't care about Marlowe's opinion here. What he's going to do, however, is he's going to pat down his pockets, pull out the bottle, and he's actually going to look at Naomi and say, "You know, I had a question about this one, and I was holding on to it so I could ask you about it."
Okay, but put it back down.
All right, and he returns it to the table. Very good. He's so good, you guys.
This cat.
He is
On his
so good.
best behavior.
Can I just say that the insight was more just Marlowe giving Vexis the mom stare?
Vexis is a father. It doesn't work on him.
I got a 27 and you got a 12.
Yeah,
But that's
Marlowe
insight. It's
definitely
not.
knows that Vexis was lying. Clearly, Vexis probably did not have the intention of giving it back.
Scientific
Right.
curiosity tends to get the better of you.
Ah, yes. This is not necessarily scientific. It's a bit more of a personal question. None of your business, at least. Don't worry, Naomi. Why don't you show me ones that belong to me, and in a moment I can ask you my question.
Naomi reaches over and picks up one and hands it to Vexis. The rest of
He had more than one.
You did? What?
Yeah, he had like 3.
What?
Oh my.
How did this
happen?
Ah, shit. No, I thought I sent you 2.
Let me look.
2 is still not 3.
Because I'm pretty sure Dexion was 2.
Yeah, I got 2.
Xalbaer was 1.
Yeah. I gave you
there
2
it is.
memories.
Oh, I should have been having you guys roll D12. Dang, I forgot about it. Okay. Well, let's just say that
Vexis'
Naomi
secret
was holding the other one in her hand already.
Mm-hmm.
So first, you get back a faint memory of warmth and fur, and a large dusty book in your lap with anatomical diagrams in it, colored in different ink, and everything is tinged in yellow. Yeah, it looks like you only gave me 2.
It's pinned in our DMs.
Mm-hmm. There are only 2 pinned here.
Okay. There was, like, you took... Oh, you know what it is? I was counting the memory for the room.
Yeah. Yeah, that's different.
I'm sure that's fine.
Mm-hmm. And the other memory you get back is, you got into a fight, and you scraped your knees climbing a tree, and you sat at the top, hissing insults down at the other children, hoping that the branch you were sitting on wouldn't break, until the other kids got bored and went home.
There's his memories. He just, yep.
Wow.
Blurp.
Hector.
Little kibby tongue.
He's slurping it slowly.
No. He drinks it, but it's like, yeah, kibby tongue. Sometimes kibby tongue.
Okay, so you've got your memories back.
Is that everyone's memories, then?
Yes.
These, and Marlowe points to the others, belong to other people who have visited. No one else has managed to get up here to get their memories back yet.
Well, when everything's full, somehow the sound of a dog reaches the top of the cathedral.
Instant echo of dog.
And Naomi walks over to the wall and places their hands upon it and says, when these are all filled, I empty the bottles into them. And then it all becomes this color. And they point to the purple.
Do you know what the colors mean?
Naomi looks at them. Well, when there's nothing in the cathedral, it's all purple.
Right. Okay. And the red one is when
It's
whatever these symbols represent is full.
Yes.
Are they hooked up to the rooms or to something else?
I don't know.
All right. That's okay. So did they... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Naomi,
Yes.
none of these had what you were looking for, correct?
Yes. They weren't it. No peace, no hide, no sight.
What was that last thing?
No sight.
Sight?
Sight. No sight. No peace, no hide, no sight.
Well, it seems our business in this room is concluded, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Do we want to move on to the next room then?
Mm-hmm. They're waiting for you guys to move into the next room.
Okay.
Naomi doesn't trust us alone.
No, of course not.
Obviously, considering they didn't see Vexis slip the bottle into his pocket.
Naomi,
Yes.
have you changed your opinion of me enough for me to be allowed to go into the next room?
Go into the next room.
Xalbaer will go over to the door and go on through.
Mm-hmm. And in the next room, it seems to be a relatively smaller room than the one you just left, because there's a large console that takes up most of the room. On the opposite wall of where you enter is another door. And the console has a lot of knobs and levers, all with lines of magical power linking in between each of them. And there are a couple of well-worn labels under each knob. One of
Can
the knobs.
we read the labels?
Yes. Let me give them to you. One of the knobs is currently pointing towards a symbol that seems to resemble the Well of Inspiration. The other symbols are a heart with an X through it and a key sword. And the other knob is currently set to super slow. The other options are slow, sync, fast, and roadrunner.
Please tell me that Roadrunner is just like a little doodle of a Roadrunner.
Yes.
Blessed.
The room is technically long enough to hold everyone coming into it, but it's just considerably smaller than the last two rooms you have walked through.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What does this thing do then?
I don't know, but don't touch this one. And they tap the knob that's currently pointed towards a symbol that looks like the Well of Inspiration. Because the last time I touched it, some things entered, and they were very scary.
No touching.
I don't know what the other one does.
Which one?
That one. And they point to the other knob that has labels written.
Oh, okay. So the one with the symbols, like the key sword and the heart with the X through it, that's
Yep.
all on the same knob?
Yes, that's all in the same knob. It's currently turned to a symbol that looks like the Well of Inspiration.
Okay. Can I roll history on those symbols?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Yes. Excellent. I don't know if my history's any good, but it's +2.
You know, Vexis has had a thought based on this information. You know, Axiom said
Or, wait,
that
no, not-
time here runs slower than everywhere else. So, what is only a short period of time here is much longer outside.
Okay.
You rolled a
No,
nat
dang
20.
No, I rolled an 18, and I know it's a
Okay.
20. I just keep accidentally typing. I'm dumb.
Dirty 20. Alright.
I don't have brain cells.
So, I'm gonna resolve this, and we're gonna go to what Vexis is talking about. And I need more water. Alright. So, Marlowe, you're looking at these symbols, and you do recognize the key sword. Because, well, somewhere in your memory, there are memories fuzzy, but you can remember them somewhat, considering you still remember Oakley. And the key
People may stick better than context, but the context is still there.
Mm-hmm. So you have a feeling that whatever place that connects to, which it's probably safe to assume that this is the Eclipse Cathedral connecting to some other plane, considering the evidence you have, that it would be someplace probably familiar to you. The other one, with the heart with an X through it, it's not really something you recognize.
Dang.
And that's what you get with your history. Alright, back to what Vexis is saying about what Axiom said.
Yeah.
He just basically said, Axiom said that time here is different from everywhere else because what is a short time here is much longer time outside. And the machine is set to super slow. Wonder if that's connected.
Does he say this out loud?
Yeah, he said it a minute ago.
Naomi.
So
is the
glad
one
you
with
made that
the
connection,
speed
'cause I
glove
didn't.
touch?
What did you say, Whirl?
Marlowe basically asked Naomi if it was okay to touch the one with the speed settings.
Speed settings? As long as you don't touch this one and they tap the first knob I described.
Yeah.
So, yes,
And-
you can touch that one.
Marlowe's going to gesture to Vexis.
I mean, I would love to test this theory, but also consider the consequences, unfortunately. We could always try at least sinking it.
Try not to go too much faster than synced, I do say.
Yes, let's not artificially age ourselves any more than we already have.
Scared you don't have many years left.
Oh, you know what they say, cats have 9 lives.
Alright, so you're turning it to sync?
Is
Vexis
Marlowe gonna?
turn the knob?
Who's turning the knob, okay? There are 4 people. Naomi's not going to touch it.
Xalbaer will.
Xalbaer,
Well.
which setting do you turn it to? Because you cannot turn it past super slow.
Can I not turn it to sync?
You can.
Okay, I would like to do that then, since that's what the two have agreed upon. Might as well.
Okay. You turn it to sync, and there's a and that's it.
So we won't know until we go outside.
Absolutely. Quite interesting.
There are plenty of other knobs and buttons on this thing.
Ooh, what other ones are there?
Roll me an intelligence. Check
Cool.
to
There we
see
go.
if you can figure it out.
You
Marlowe's
said
going to
buttons.
hang. Marlowe's gonna hang back and let the science dorks do their thing.
You said buttons and knobs and things, and my brain went, ooh, that's
You
a 5.
No idea what anything else on this does. Xalbaer?
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna come over and investigate too.
Yeah.
What are we
Oh,
rolling?
intelligence.
Intelligence? Cool.
That is not what I rolled.
But investigation works.
Okay, I did roll investigation.
Cool.
So-
Vexis rolled intelligence.
So there are many different settings here, and they seem to control different parts of the cathedral. Dexion, in your investigating, you hit a few buttons, and then there's a little screen that pops out, and it appears to be the foyer, and in the foyer, suddenly, you are there.
Like
Like a copy of
Oh,
yourself.
okay. Hmm.
You found the copy machine.
I'm gonna like wave my arms to see if it's an illusion, or if it's like something that's not tied to what I'm doing right now.
So the copy of you on the screen slowly just looks up to the screen and seems to tilt its head at you. Like, what are you doing?
That's weird.
It's unsettling.
Okay, someone else do something. This is weird.
Vexis rolled. What?
So,
Vexis is.
So, Dexion, you say, this is weird, kind of step away from the controls. And Vexis, you step up. And, you press a button, and the replica of Dexion on the screen disappears. And the screen goes dark. And, essentially, I'm just going to say that there are a lot of things you can do with the Eclipse Cathedral through this console.
Wow. Seems like we can cause some real problems for anyone else who might come back.
Including create replicas of yourselves.
Wow. A replica.
I'm sure this will become relevant in no way whatsoever.
Gee whiz. A replica in the Eclipse Cathedral.
I'm sure this is not relevant at all. Wink, wink.
Guys, Vexis realizes he knows exactly how to, like, basically work this, and you just see, like, the kitty eyes.
So I do believe this is the closest I've ever been to seeing you in love.
Axiom. It's a shame Axiom didn't come. He would have had a field day with this. He's really missing out.
Yeah, Vexis wants to start fiddling you guys. You don't understand.
Do we need to drag the cat away from the keyboard?
So
Xalbaer's gonna
So the thing here is do you guys want to continue on to the next room? Or are we going to end our session here? Because we have run a fair bit over.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Uh,
I wanted to see what was in the next room, but I understand if I am outvoted.
I mean, I'm
We-
still alone here. So I can still keep going, but Bluejay?
I mean, personally, I'd like to keep going.
Points at Vexis. He wants to do things.
Altaria?
Also me. I want to do things.
I could probably go for another hour or so. I gotta get some stuff done tonight. So
Yeah,
but
I wasn't suggesting taking too much more than like an hour or so because at some point my boyfriend will come home and we're going out to dinner and I want to do that.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
Fair.
we support.
yeah.
You kids have fun.
All right, so do you guys want to go into the next room?
Yeah.
Xalbaer would like to push a button before they do.
Okay, push a button.
The biggest button.
Oh my god.
All right, so you push the biggest button, and a screen appears, and it seems like you're first looking at the town you guys walked through, Timeless Hollow, and then you seem to pan up to see this kind of shimmering barrier. And beyond it, there's a bird that's flying, normally.
Are we supposed to be sus of the bird?
No. It's just giving you a display of the outside.
I found the security camera.
Of course Xalbaer would.
It's the cat cam for all the birds as they go past.
Cat cam.
Do you wanna try something like the knob speed?
Maybe crank
nudge.
it back to slow?
Is Marlowe gonna reach over and turn it back to slow as they're watching the screen?
Yeah, you know what? If the screen is big enough that everyone can see, he is not immune to the curiosity brain, so he's gonna reach over, flick it back to slow to see if the bird slows down.
Mm-hmm. So as you flick it back to slow, the bird that was flying beyond the shimmering barrier seems to slow down. Almost.
And then back to sync?
And then back to sync, and the bird starts flapping as normal again and flying as normal.
So this definitely controls how the town and the cathedral interact with the rest of the world. At least temporally.
Yes.
This
But
is
does that mean it can do space too? Look, Vexis is like quietly muttering to himself, and he wants to fiddle and take it apart, basically, or like not even take it apart, just like do everything.
Is there a purple?
Oop, go ahead.
what?
Is there a purple button?
I mean, yeah, probably. There's all manner of colored buttons. You have no idea what they do, though.
I was just gonna hit another button.
Oh my god.
Okay. Hit another button. And, so you hit another button and the screen pulls away. And instead, you hear a... And another screen appears. And it looks like a map of the cathedral, and it's been rearranged.
Alright, we've been assigned to this location. We can always come back to mess with this thing whenever we come back. If you will permit us, Miss Naomi.
Okay.
All right. That said, we should probably move on to the next room before anybody gets too distracted. Vexis?
Quite so.
All right.
Vexis, his tail kind of droops and he turns away.
Don't worry, you can come back to your beloved later.
All right. Who's going first into the next room?
Guess I'll do it.
Okay.
Onwards!
Onwards.
And into the next room you walk, and in this room, it's more like a, something you'd expect to see in a cathedral or some kind of worship place. And there's a up where the altar would be, instead there is a nice golden white shimmering wall.
Or ball.
Wall.
Yep,
W-A-L-L.
Can Vexis roll history?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Anyone who else wants to roll religion?
Jokey.
Well.
Oh.
Yeah. What's a religion? All I know is science.
Alright, so unfortunately, Dexion and Xalbaer, you've never seen this before. I don't even know if you're very religious at all.
Nah.
Vexis.
No.
For your part, the symbol that is kind of occupying this golden white wall is something you are very familiar with, because you've seen in one place, and you've doodled it all over your grimoire.
Yeah, and he's been in a similarly, I feel, set up location.
Mm-hmm. With the light streaming through. There are a lot of windows in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's very bright and warm. Marlowe, it's something that clicks in your mind, because you've seen this symbol too. And it's because this symbol is often worn by those who follow the light. And
Oh, well, I mean, that makes it worse. Because,
And-
that's relevant religion.
and your friend Oakley and yourself, and the words "the soldiers of the light" come to the forefront of your mind.
How much of this is he going to convey to the others? I think the most he's going to say is, it's a symbol of the light. Wasn't expecting to see one of those here. But I suppose it does make sense.
You know what? Scratch freeze frame. Vexis moment.
Oh boy.
Having a thinky thought for a minute.
It's fine. He's just having a thinky thought for a minute.
Yep. Naomi, for their part, walks out from behind the trio of you, closing the door behind you. And they walk up, and they pass through the wall.
Naomi's a ghost, everybody!
Bruh.
Can we go and poke the wall?
Uh-huh.
Can we go and poke the wall?
Yeah? Make an investigation check for me. And also,
Yeah.
remind me, Marlowe, what's your alignment?
Marlowe, true neutral.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let me just. Okay. For some reason, my dice. It's either the bed or my dice, but I keep getting good rolls today.
Investigation.
So,
Investigation.
Marlowe, as you walk up to this wall, you put your hand on it to, like, do some investigation. Your hand goes through it.
Interesting.
Xalbaer, what is your alignment?
My sheet says neutral evil.
Yeah, so Xalbaer, as you go to investigate it, your hands press against it solidly. You can't get through.
It found a way to stop me from poking things.
Vexis, you just kind of you're looking at everyone else.
He's flabbergasted because I feel like he's having some very personal revelations about the course his life has taken. Which makes sense with the nat 1. He's probably not even like paying attention to the wall. He's probably just like got one hand on one of the other walls, just like holding his head with the other and just staring at the symbol of the light, just thinking a real think.
Mm-hmm. Can I
the face of a cat having a personal crisis.
Can I roll insight on the cat before stepping through the wall?
Marlowe certainly can, because Marlowe has shown that Marlowe is concerned.
Marlowe is only so concerned by Vexis.
Dexion, what is your alignment?
Lawful evil.
So, Dexion, just like Xalbaer, as you place your hands on the wall, your hands do not go through. You cannot push at anything, and in fact, as soon as you push, it feels like a pressure is pushing back at you.
Yo, how's Catboy doing?
This is the face of a cat who's having a lot of personal revelations about the course his life has taken, and perhaps he may recognize a few things and may be thinking very heavily about a few things and the choices he's made in his life.
Going to let him have his crisis in peace, as long as he doesn't look like he's about to have a breakdown.
No, he's fine.
Cool beans.
Alright, Marlowe, you going through the wall?
Yeah, is apparently the only one who can.
I mean, Vexis
Because
didn't
such
get
a
to
goody
see.
two-shoes.
It's because Marlowe is not evil.
I know.
Marlowe is neutral.
Yep. So Vexis, while you're having this crisis, do you ever actually place your hand on the white and golden wall?
You know what? I feel like after a minute, he goes to, like, switch hands, and he puts his hand, like, you know, half expecting his hand to just rest on it like everyone else's.
And, everyone, except for perhaps Marlowe, who has walked through the wall at this point, Vexis, your hand stalls for a second, and then it drifts through.
Hello?
And then he falls on his fucking face because he was putting all of his weight into expecting that was a wall.
Hello?
You alright, Vexis?
You know what? I'm just going to sit here a moment.
Xalbaer's gonna reach out a paw and, like, poke him and be like, hey.
No, he's through the wall. He's through the wall,
So,
Your Honor.
You reach out a paw, you try to poke at him, and your paw, your finger is stopped by the wall.
Aren't his, like, feet still on our side.
That's what I was thinking.
You know what? Yes. You know what? Yes. For the gag.
Poke, 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 poke. Vexis, go do science.
You get the curl of some pink toe beans, and he drags himself up to his feet on the other side of the wall.
So, on the other side of the wall, which unfortunately Dexion and Xalbaer cannot see this, there are a couple of steps that lead up to a kind of flat surface which is covered in pillows, scarves, different kinds of fabric. And hold on a sec. And laying curled up on these multiple bits of fabric and stuff is a comparatively small to other dragons you've seen, but this is a bronze dragon.
Well, huh.
They are asleep. And I will
Naomi,
leave everyone with that, because it is time to go.
Oh boy!
Join us next time on What's in a Memory.
Part 3!
Good Lord. We need a part 3 for this. Oh Lord. Thank you for listening, everybody.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice
Yay!
Have a nice day. Goodbye, listeners.
Bye bye.
Boy.